Well, I'm having one heck of a day today. My pouches are full. You're not going to want to miss this one. It's pretty good. Just remember, when you're carrying satchels full of antique glass, always fall backwards instead of forwards. It's the tip of the day. Got a whiskey here. It looks embossed. It's right amongst quicksand, so we'll hook this one. Okay, what do we have here? Well, there's a symbol on there. I'll have to look into this one. I'm not quite sure. I bet you there was a paper label on the back, but that's interesting. It has a little bit of a symbol there. I think on my last video I talked about like groups of sticks and everything being a collection point for bottles. This looks like a full quart milk here. Looks whole. My luck, it'll have some more BB gun shots in it, but let's see what it is. Probably an Akron pure milk or a Fen dairy or something along that lines. Where's the slug plate? There, look at that. It is a Fen dairy. What a lucky guess. That is out of Kent, Ohio. Reason being is, oh, look in there. Got some action in there. All kinds of crayfish. Well, I don't want to take them with me. Sometimes I will go to the car, and when I get there, there's hitchhikers in the trunk. So we want to get rid of these guys. Rest assured, they'll find somewhere else to go. Go ahead, guy. There you go. Plenty of old bottles in the Cuyahoga. This being a fine example. Here's what looks to be a child's necklace or bracelet, excuse me. However, I'm gonna check it out anyway, just in case. Get my hook in there. It's definitely a bracelet. Has some interesting glass beads on it. Well, we'll have a closer look on the cleanup. This looks like my first phone of the new season. Let's go under for it. Yep. A lot of times people will put money in these pouches or other important things. We'll open this together when we get back. There's a Coca-Cola and a broken milk. There's some embossing on this. Wonder what pattern or patent it is. Let's just see what the milk was. This is that one that I lost, that I talked to you about in the other video. It's got more damage on it. But here we go. 5 cents for a quart of milk. Unreal. Here's a tiny little bottle. What is that? Oh, look at that. Looks like a small vinegar, table vinegar. Cork top med, I like them when they're embossed, but chances are this isn't. Ooh, and I see a human figure over there. Might be a frozen Charlotte or a little doll, and then there's another little bottle. Let's check this out first. Well, that's a slick. Still a cork top med. It's broken. So on to the next one. Let's see what this other stuff is. Well, that's a baby. Yeah, that'll go out with the Halloween decorations. Creepy. This bottle got some potential. I almost passed it up because it looks like a rock. So let's check it out. That is an old whiskey. Machine made, no doubt. Here's this probably 40s or 50s milk container services that I passed up on last time. You know what? I'm gonna clean it up. We'll see what happens. Should say MCS right there, milk container services. Loaded with silt. This is gonna weigh me down a little bit. If this is an applied color label bottle, it's in pretty good shape, worth getting. Wow. Drink ice cold. Bottle. Get in the spirit. That's a pretty good label. That ought to come clean with a magic eraser. Excellent. I just picked this thing up right there, thinking, what is that, a broken doll head or something? No, it's got pewter here. This is a stein. I wonder where this stein came from, or if I could extract any details off of it. We shall see. Turn to rock, and look what we have here. A medicine cork top, machine made after 1900. Past I don't know, Fletcher's? I'll have to research it. Well, you don't see that every day. Two milks laying right next to each other. Here is a half pint. Is it something I have? Northampton Milk Co. All right. And then this big guy right here, full quart. Are you chipped? Are you broken? Are you shot up? Doesn't look like it. Akron Pure Milk Company. I'm on the milks today. I just hooked this over there. It's an embossed gin. Kingsley. What does that say? Can't read it. I'll have to read it. It does say gin and Kingsley. So, it is a screw top, but it's an old screw top. And, regretfully, I'm going to have to go to the car because I can't fit anything else in my pouch. Got some kind of toy here, perhaps an old water pistol. How old might it be? Okay, that's I don't know what the heck that is. It's either a lighter or a vape. Garbage. Now I have an Infinity logo to go with the Toyota logo. So now we're going to find out what's in here. Sometimes people put like credit cards, IDs, dollar bills or whatever. Mostly just a phone. Don't know how that system works. So I'm going to cut right here. We will see. The phone looks like the screen might have a crack in it. The screen protector. That looks like an older phone to me. Is there anything else in here? Nothing else in here. So that's an iPhone. Don't know what generation. What I'll do is I don't know if these things have SD cards in them. If there's a micro SD card in here, I'll get it out and dry it out, and it should have information on it, or I should be able to extract the data. I've done SD cards that were in the river for over a year. This shouldn't be any different, and then I'll clean that up. So we'll see it on the cleanup. All right, let's have a look at what we found. This first bottle on the right is a Continental Distilling Corporation with marked federal law prohibits resale of use of this bottle. If you see that marking, that's right after Prohibition, just a couple years after Prohibition, 1935 to roughly, I think, 1964. This bottle looks like it's on the older end, maybe in the 30s. Would have had a paper label here. And Prohibition ran from 1920 to 1933. This company, Continental Distilling Corporation, formed in 1933 in response to the end of Prohibition. Then there's an Akron Pure Milk, 1 quart. We find a lot of those in the river. I would estimate 1920s, maybe earlier. And then what do we have here? A 76 soda. Drink ice cold. I love finding good ACLs. This one has a little bit of wear on it. ACL, of course, means applied color label. If we look on the back of this, it says "Get in the Spirit" with some imagery of patriotic kids playing a flute and some drums. This is a lemon lime flavor, and this soda came out in 1953. So nice little piece of 50s history there. We got a bracelet that has, I don't know if you could capture it on the camera, but when these move, when you move it left and right, you kind of get a different effect on these beads. Not sure what they are. Don't think it has any real value. Always good to pop a few marbles. There they are. And then a nice local history bottle here. The Fen Dairy. Look how clean that came. It still has a little bit of stuff in there, but this is a very clean bottle with little scratches or anything on it. And that is your full quart. So pretty cool. Again, 1920s, I would say. A table vinegar, probably from the teens. And people could have had vinegar in here or syrup or whatever it is. Common table item. Milk container services. And I think I'm going to start picking these things up. These are probably from the mid to late 40s going into the late 50s, I would guess. Maybe even the 60s. But there you saw a little bit of a shift away from the slug plating embossing. Like if we go back to the Fen Dairy, we see this circular area here. The glass manufacturer had a common mold for these, and then individual dairies would put whatever they wanted to have in there, the name of their dairy, perhaps even a phone number or other information. Slug plating. And what do we got? We got a Chase H. Fletcher's Castoria corktop medicine bottle. I would put this in the 19-teens, maybe even a little bit earlier. As the mold seam goes all the way up to the top of the bottle, I could tell that this is machine made. Castoria, what was this? It was a medicine for constipation. Got a 1930s, what I would guess the closest thing I saw online was a mayonnaise jar. But I thought it pretty interesting. Doesn't really have the name of anything, but sometimes pickles came in jars like this, but I'm pretty sure that's a mayonnaise. Kingsley, the Genial Gin, an embossed gin from that same era right after Prohibition with that federal law prohibits sale embossing. Likely had a very large paper label. And it wouldn't be a river hunt without a creepy porcelain doll. So I take these things and I'll put them out for Halloween. I have I have big ones, I have small ones, a lot of old dolls in the river. I think it says something here, even with my magnification loupe, I can't tell what that is. So if you know what that might be or have experience with these things, please let me know in the comments exactly what that might be. Here's a Infinity car logo. Here's a good one here, the iPhone. Not sure what generation this came out of that pouch. The screen is toast. I dried it out. It's finished. But that's another phone in a little case. What else? A Northampton milk. And that is a half pint, very small. Probably 20s again. Here is a cracked, just standard whiskey flask, probably from the teens. And then we have this November 6th, November 16th, 1915 Coca-Cola. The date right there. Why is that one special? Because this is the first Coca-Cola bottle patent that was the hobble skirt version. This figure that you see here on here is the first time that was made. Now I do get a lot of straight side Cokes out of the river, and this one here, this hobble skirt, is in pretty banged up shape, so I'll probably, I don't know if you could recycle this glass. Is it too old to recycle? It's not really a keeper. I got a lot of those in the collection. Very common item in the Cuyahoga River or anywhere you go. Then there's this little, looks like a, if I'm wrong, it's because I don't know everything, but it looks like a little stoneware salt glazed stein. And it did have, the lid was sitting in there, it broke off of there. That's a little stein. I wonder if that was like a souvenir somewhere, or if people actually drank out of that. But to me, it looks like it might have some age. If you know about this, please let me know. And I think that's gonna be it. That wraps it all up. I am so glad that you joined me for my adventure. I do have a couple more videos in the works with some good content and some awesome finds, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, happy hunting, everybody.